morning, experts. I'm Troy Gandy, your index of voice of inspiration, and it is now time for our master class of the day. And to help us with that is not just anybody. I'm here to tell you, he's an international trainer that comes to us with more than 3 decades of experience. He's a 6-figure ring earner and member of the ELC, that is Executive Leadership Council. And do not let me leave out the fact that he is one of the newest platinum shareholders with Xperts Financial Group. This man has been known to this village as everybody's coach. We talking about the man that is good at bringing each and every one of us Coach Erik's play of the day to make sure that you run your business in the best way. Now, I've given you none other than that man himself, Coach Erik Robinson.
Woo! Thank you, Troy. Thank you, Troy. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Great morning, CEOs. I'm telling y'all, don't turn that dial. We're going to jump right in today. Woo! Today's class. We're going to talk about why your preferences is slowing down your business. Your business is not growing, not because you don't knowing. Your business is growing, is slowing because of your preferences. You know, I want to say something to talk to you straight, okay? Can I talk to y'all straight today? See, preferences make you feel good, but productivity is what pays the bills.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all right now. And see, and if you're leading people while trying to protect what you like instead of what works, you ain't gonna be leading them for long. And if you are, you're leading them to the poorhouse, not the bank. Today's class and today's master class, don't turn that dial, because we're going to talk about, I'm going to give you 8 things why builders choose productivity and bystanders choose comfort. Builders choose productivity, bystanders choose comfort. So before we get started, I want you to ask yourself, honestly ask yourself this question. When you're doing something, are you doing it because this is the most productive way, or because this is just what's familiar? When you do something, are you doing what's familiar, or are you doing what's the most productive way? How do your brain function? How do you function? Do you function from a standard of productivity or from a place of comfort? Type in the chat. I want y'all to be honest. Just type this one in the chat. Type money or comfort. Let's be honest. Money is when I go for productivity. I'm talking to the entrepreneurs. If this might hurt some of y'all, but it's gonna change some of your direction if you know where you are. Now, don't type in the chat to make others feel good. This is 2025. We're going to march into 2026. You can't go into 2026 trying to please others. And see, you got to ask yourself, are you moving from money, or are you moving from comfort? Money or comfort? Ask yourself, let's type that in the chat. I just want to see what we got. And some of y'all, I can tell where you are by the things you do. Some of y'all, I can tell where you are by the things you do. And it's easy to say money because you want to say money, but let me tell y'all something. Reality, if you want to move in 2026 and change your business in 2026 or in any year, this applied in 25. If you didn't hit some of your targets in 25 because this right here applied and you did not apply it, either you did not apply it because you didn't know it, or you did not apply it because you did not believe it. See, some of y'all think you're moving in productivity, but man, you sitting in that rocking chair. You got a lazy boy easy chair, the feet kicked up and the remote in your hand and a glass of whatever you like. Some of y'all got a glass of wine. Some of y'all got a bottle of beer. Some of y'all got a bottle of water. Some of y'all got some Coke. Some of y'all sipping on some gin and juice. Laid back. Woo! Y'all can catch that later. For all my non-saints, some of y'all ain'ts. Anyway. See, I'm gonna make this statement. I want to share something with y'all. Leaders fail not because they're lazy. They fail because they're emotionally attached to their preferences that don't scale. You fail because you're emotionally attached to something that does not scale. You can't scale your business. Let me give y'all a holiday bonus. Today's our last class. I was gonna roll this over, but this is gonna roll into next week, and y'all gonna miss it. So I'm gonna try to give y'all all 8. So we might go a few minutes over. Is that okay? Y'all got to type in yes if it's okay if I give y'all a few bonus minutes, because I want to give y'all all 8 today.
Right.
It's a lot, and I'm gonna try to go fast. We got a couple of yeses. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Note to self: do not drink olive drink on camera, because you got these little olive pieces and you got to chew it, and you're like, man, don't just go there. Like, yeah, now you got to chew it in. Good for the camera. So that was just a bonus tip right there. Don't drink that one on the camera. All right. So number 1, if y'all ready, say I'm ready.
Ready.
Number 1, preference is emotional. Productivity is measurable. Preference is emotional. Productivity is measurable. See, we've been talking about run the play. We give y'all the play. And then some people are like, well, you know what? But I like to do it this way. And I do it this way. And I'm going to do my thing. She's going to do her thing. And he's going to do her thing. And he's going to do her thing. And guess what you're going to get? Anybody ever seen that Dr. Seuss when we was growing up? They had the what was that? Was that the Cat in the Hat? He had thing 1, thing 2, and he was doing his thing, and she was doing her thing, and he was doing his thing, and the things was all over the place. Right? They went in to clean up the house, and things made a mess.
That's good, Coach.
That's good.
Because
everybody doing their own what?
Own thing.
Thing 3. Some of y'all thing 6. Some of y'all like thing number 36. You got a team of 5. You got 5 things going on. You think you got 5 business partners moving in the same direction. Nope, you got 5 things. And y'all going out and recruit another 5 things. Are y'all catching me? The uniform is the same color, but they different. Are y'all with me? They got, when they're doing their own thing, there's a different team on it. Same colors. They feel like they look like it's the same, but they're not the same. So when you look at the NFL, they got the same jersey. They got different numbers. I get it. They got different names on the back. But other than that, they got the same uniform. They running the same play, okay? You know, Coach Zace always tell me, he said, Dad, as a quarterback, I'd rather have 11 players doing the wrong play than 1 player doing the right play. See, there's 11 players on the football field. It's better for 11 players doing the wrong play than 1 player doing the right play. I said, well, break that down to me. He said, you know, when the coaches call the plays, you know, when the Little League, they used to have the coach would be in the huddle with them. And the coach could come on the field and call the play. So everybody knew the play. Then as you start to move up into high school, they call the play in from the sidelines and stuff. And then they got multiple people doing the signal. So you don't know which signal, so the other team can't tell, right? And then the college is the same way. They got the signals, and somebody's doing this thing, and somebody doing this over here, and one is a decoy, and one is the real play caller. Well, suppose people are looking at the wrong play, and they misguided, and the real play caller, the receiver, is doing the right play, and everybody else was looking at the wrong one, but they all went left, but the receiver followed the right play, but he went to the right. Well, guess what? Somebody could get hurt. He said, Dad, at a high level, somebody could get hurt. Why? Because we was expecting you to block that other guy, and he just came in and boom, knocked the quarterback out. But he's like, but he ran the right play. But we wasn't all together.
Mm.
Are y'all catching me? See, sometimes people, and this is the thing, you see people run into this, but a lot of times it's your preference. Because I do this, I do it my way. You don't understand me. And adults, that's why most companies don't want to hire people who got experience, because they like, you got your own mind made up. And I'm doing it. I got my mind made up, and I won't turn back, because I'm going to run my own play. I got my mind made up. Come on. See, some of y'all going to run your own play. And you wonder why you're not getting anywhere. And it's cool. You're spinning your wheels. But let me tell you what happens, what the most successful people do in business. They let you go run your own play, and they keep it moving. They're like, then you get frustrated, then you quit. Why? Because you're like, oh, well, they're not giving me no attention because you're doing your own thing. You're like, but they used to call me because you're doing your own thing. But I'm trying to. Me and my wife, we got our favorite saying. Do you, boo? Do you? Go do you. And I wish and pray for success for you. I just can't go down that road with you. Are y'all with me? So, that was my little soapbox. I'm gonna give you the status here, right? See, you're building out of your habits, and your egos check in. Because this is how you do it. This is the way I want to do it. But see, it can't be measured. You can't measure it. You can't measure the way you do it. And you can't duplicate you the way you do it. Are y'all catching me? See, people always say, Eric, what do you wear? I wear everybody get a green sheet because that's the system I use. I use a green sheet. People are like, well, I do it this way. One of the things when I came in, when I designed this green sheet process, I started talking to agents. When we was new. Remember, I was new. I had a clean sheet of paper. But I had built systems in other places. Came from the car industry. And I worked in, it don't make a difference whether it's Ford, whether it's Honda, whether it's BMWs, you name it, whether it's Pontiac, American, domestic, import, don't matter, Italian, whatever. I seen and pretty much sold them all. Worked in most of the dealerships. And I worked in dealerships in the hood. I worked in dealerships in the nice neighborhoods. Are y'all with me? Black, white, it don't matter. DC, Maryland, well, not DC, Maryland, Virginia, okay? Baltimore. So I've been in multiple places, multiple dealerships. And when I went there, most of the times why owners would hire me to run their stores because I came with a system. And I usually went to a store that didn't have a system. They're like, man, this is how we do it. And this guy's doing this way, and this guy's doing this way, and this guy's doing this way. I said, man, let me just run the system. I got a system. And the owners respected the fact that I had a system. And I could teach everybody the system. A lot of times, Eric, teach me the system. And I would come in and teach them the system. And I went around the country teaching people the system for a while. Teaching dealers the system. Like, Eric, you took this dealership from here to here. Why? Because of my system. Can you come teach my people the system? I'm just telling y'all. See, so when I got here to insurance, I was like, everybody's like, man, I do it this way. I do it this way. And they was proud. Yeah, see, I do it this way. One guy here, I do it this way. Another guy, and I'm like, but it's just you. You're making some money, but it's just you. No wonder you can't build a team. I don't need to build a team because you don't got a system. You don't have a process. How can you show somebody the same process over and over and over and over? And we start winning with our green sheet because we could show the people the same process over. That's like an elementary school. You got to do more. Man, if you understood my system, because you don't understand the system. And I'm not trying to teach you the system because I don't get paid teaching you the system. I don't really care if you don't get it. They're like, Eric, that's not my concern if you don't understand it. My concern is if my team understands. Are y'all with me? And can it duplicate? Anybody in this line, this side out, yes, if you know our green sheet system. And you can teach somebody the green sheet.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. See, so it's a duplicatable system. But you got to go this, you got to be able to do this, you got to be able to do this. Okay, no, you got to be able to duplicate. McDonald's may not make the best burger, but man, they can sell more. They can make more than you can. They got a process. All right. While you still trying to figure out the special seasoning, they done open up a new store. And while you trying to figure out this, they got another one. And then they got another one. Even the founders of McDonald's didn't even understand what they had. Ray Kroc said, man, y'all got a system. They're like, nah, man, we make these burgers, right? If you understood about these burgers, the way we do it. No, brother, y'all created a system. The way you make the burgers, not the burgers. The system and the process that you make the burgers is bigger than the burgers. Nah, but Ray, you don't understand. He's like, listen, I'll see y'all brothers later. He went right around them. Story says he even opened up a McDonald's right across the street from random out of business. These jokers so dumb, don't know what they got. I'm going to put a store in front of them and run them out of business with their own system. See, some of y'all got a system and y'all all try to, we give y'all a system, your mind is all over. See, are y'all catching me? Systems over preferences. Just trying to give y'all some ideas. Yes.
I'll tell you what happened yesterday, because I think it's in reference to what you're just talking about. I was getting my car washed, and there's a new car wash over in right on Greenbelt Road, going towards the office. You know what I'm talking about? It's not real busy, but the lady comes out and talking. By the way, I have asked her if she have life insurance. I did ask her, but she'll talk to me as you know the car is going through the belt. So she started explaining to me about the brushes and things that are on the car, and how there's another car wash down the street. And he asked, could he take a look at what she had? She told me that he said, you could have saved yourself $200,000 by using the old brushes that they use, but her brushes are better. And she said, I'd rather put the money into the new brushes, charge a little bit more, and get more clients, because the car wash is fabulous. I said, I'll pay the $40 because they really are detailed with what they're doing in this site. And she said, he said, well, I hope you don't take me out of business. I said, you are going to take him out of business. He right down the street from him. But she just laughed. And I said, that's his fault. Right. That's it.
What he liked, and not what the, to what I'm ready to go to the next one. Y'all ready? That was number one. Number two, I'm going to give y'all a phone example when I talk about this whole thing. Remember, the concept of this training, the title of this training is your preferences are slowing your team down. The concept is their preferences versus productivity. Preferences versus productivity. Let's talk about this, because this applies in all areas of life. Right. Number two is this. I'm using the example of the phone, of the cell phone. I was thinking about this cell phone, and I talked to parents, and and it could apply to my family, it could apply to your family, right? When you got preferences, you got iPhone, and then you got the Android for the most part, right? Team iPhone likes iPhone, Team Android likes Team Androids. And do you know, I seen families, houses divided, right? Because I like this, and I like that, and I like this, and I like that. But let me ask you this question. I always talk to parents. I'm like, okay, well, what do your kids got? Oh, they got iPhones. What do you got? Oh, I like Android. See, because Android, you can do this, you can do that, you can do this. Okay. What do your kids got? They got iPhones. What do you got? I got Android. See, parents sometimes choose what they like instead of choosing what connects them to the kids. Well, see, that's a preference over productivity. See, different systems often means loss in communications, loss in coordination, loss in awareness. See, when you got the iPhones, sometimes the iPhone, we got the kids, you can see where they are, right? And so you're trying to, hey, we can all connect and see each other. No, I don't want to connect. But then you're like, hey, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? And you call, and they're like, man, leave me alone. Right? If anybody had parents, right? But if y'all was on the same system, you wouldn't have to ask where they at. See, one thing I like about our system, when somebody needs help, I can say, where you at on the green sheet? Where did you get started? Where you at on our process? I can help you. But see, people like, I'm doing my own thing, then they want somebody to come help them. Where you at? I don't know. I remember in the car business, when GM, they came out with this thing called OnStar. OnStar was like ahead of the curve. It can tell where you was at. So if you're in an emergency, you're hurt. You can't tell nobody. OnStar could connect you because they knew where you was at. And they sold a lot of that because they're like, man, when you need an emergency, nobody know where you are. You're like, where am I? Oh no, you dazed.
And unlock your car.
Yep.
That happened.
Y'all catching me? See, the system, some of y'all are so preference driven that you're losing the connectivity with your team. I do it this way, but my team is doing it this way. Why? Because I like to do my own thing. And you can't build a team doing your own thing. I'm just giving y'all facts. You can't scale it. You can, but it's kind of hard to scale when everybody's doing their own thing because you can't help nobody. Are y'all with me? There's a process. I don't care what business. You go into a hospital, they got a process. You go into a emergency room, it pretty much is the same process in most emergency rooms. They got a triage. You're gonna go in, they're gonna register, they're gonna have somebody check your registration, they're gonna have somebody check your vitals, right? Anybody been there? They check your vitals, make sure, and then they decide based off of your situation, they got a triage which lets them determine what's the order. And they actually got probably a system, a process that tells based off of this injury, which is more life-threatening, which needs to be done right away. Do you got something contagious? Do we need to isolate you? Are y'all with me? Do we need to stabilize you first? There's a process. What did they just start feeling? Doctor come in, nurse come in like, hey, you know what? How you feel today? I like green shirts. Oh, you got a green shirt on? You next. And somebody over there with a heart attack dying, right? Somebody got a gunshot wound. Oh man, but he got the red shirt on. Oh, we doing today, we doing green, baby. I feel green. Money coming. And next you know, somebody over bleeding out. It's a system, a process. And see, some of y'all run your business the same way. Somebody's over there bleeding out. Why? Because you ain't got a process. You're like, this is how I feel today. This is what I'm doing today. I'm doing this today. This is what I'm doing. It's me, my. Okay. You might be second tenor, but you ain't building the band. Do, re, mi, fa, so. Yeah. Oh, we gonna put you on the front line. You can sing, girl, but you ain't building the band. You got a whole choir. Are you building the band or are you just trying to be an independent singer? It's up to you. The band needs some good singers, but if you're trying to build a band, you better have a system. Are y'all hearing me? Because see, it's the connectivity. How are you connecting the team? Eric, if we all do the meetings, this is how I connect my team. Everybody ain't got to make the meeting. I say, you don't have to make every meeting, but you don't have to miss everyone. I don't like the meetings. Okay. How are you going to connect your team when you like, I don't like your preferences. I don't like it. That's a preference, not a productivity. So we did inside the studio. I can tell you from a productivity standpoint, the people who join inside the studio, we have, I think now like 80 some people come through. Out of the last, probably since we started, I think maybe back in March or April, 80 people came through. We've only got 2 people who left the business, who's not active in the business out of the 80. Somebody do those numbers. Almost a year later, 2 out of 80. How many people have ever recruited people and they gone in the first 30 days? They're gone in 60 days. Some of y'all recruit a whole bunch of people, they gone. Everybody came through inside the studio are still here. What? That's a clue. So if I'm bringing my new person on, guess what I'm telling them to do? Where should they go? Inside the studio. Some of y'all, but Eric, do you? I'm just telling you the facts. The numbers don't lie. Your feelings can go, but I'm not sure. That's a feeling. The facts that you bring them inside the studio, they stick around. I'm just telling you that's a secret sauce, a secret weapon that our team has that most of y'all don't even know how to take advantage of it. I tell you who do, the Pinkies do. D, you been through inside the studio? She going to trainings. Are y'all catching me? Tawana does. Think about it. Tawana, some of your people, man, they are y'all catching me? The people who team come to inside the studio, they're here. They don't leave. They may not be superstar productions yet, but man, they still here. Are y'all with me? Just telling y'all something. That's number 2. I'm gonna get faster. Number 3, leaders choose what scales, not what soothes. Leaders choose scaling over soothing. What do I mean? See, leadership is not about personal comfort. It's about speed to execution, duplication, reducing friction. It's about what duplicates, what reduces friction. Ask yourself, can 100 people repeat what you're doing, or does it only work when you're doing it? Can 100 people repeat what you're doing, or does it only work with you? Let me give y'all an example here on a morning call. We do our post-production. And see, some of this, ladies and gentlemen, for me, is a little bit easier. And I understand on a different level because I've been in entertainment for so long. Some of y'all don't know. Man, we was on the Billboard chart. Our record was on the Billboard chart with New Edition back when I was like in 9th grade. So I've been an entertainment musician. I left that world probably in my college age. So through high school, through some of my college career, I was traveling around the country playing in bands, and I've actually sang and been in bands in high school. We've been to international, so I've been international, Lisbon. We've been to Spain. So being a part of a band and being a musician, I understand that. Are y'all with me? So I've been around some of the top entertainers. And so when I understand timing, position, you got everything is about how do you interchange your part? How do you bring a new band member on? Right? Can 100 people do it? So you notice we had a little hiccup this morning. But we always tell Troy, your part is your part. Can you do it again? 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 And I know Troy sometimes like, man, I feel this way, but I like to change up. Y'all can tell me to change up. But he does it. I say, Troy, you do it again. Guess what? If you're not there, I can do it. Hey, and now let me introduce the song and present them. I have the extreme pleasures, right? So I can run the script. Are y'all with me? And sometimes for him, he may say, oh man, but you doing your script so good, Troy, that it can now duplicate because people now know your script without you telling them they have to learn the script. Are y'all catching me? Because you start to run the program. See, some of y'all can't run the program because you feel a certain way. And a musician, we say, man, that person plays out of the pocket. I remember Randy Jackson when he was on which show was Randy Jackson on? Was that Arsenio Hall? He was on one of them talk shows. And it was like, man, you think Randy Jackson was Jackson 5? It's like, no, he was a different Randy. Now he start doing one of them American talk shows and like, come on, dog. And he was like, who is he? Well, he had so many Grammys, not the Randy Jackson from the Jackson 5. Like, why this guy? Most people didn't really know who he was. The music world did. Because Randy was more of a studio musician. Why? Because he can come in and play the music the way it was designed, and he's on so many albums. So everybody wanted him on his song. Why? Because if I need this part played, I need that guitar played, Randy's going to play that part. Now, most of the world didn't know that, but the music world knew who he was. Are y'all with me? He got on TV and got popular. But it was like, man, where this guy come from? American Idol, thank you. Where this guy come from? Because he could come in and play the part as he's a professional musician. Are y'all with me? He plays the part. He ain't got to come in and do his own thing. You got some people like, oh, they want to change it. Like, man, I hired you to play my song, but now I'm going to do my own thing. And there's a lot of talented musicians that most of y'all never heard of, and they never become successful, never make any money. Why? Because they got to do their own thing. A lot of talent, but they can't produce the part. Make sense? Understand the process. How can you scale it? Can people do what you do? Well, you don't understand, Eric. I don't got the gift of gab. You don't need the gift of gab. You need the gift of following the script. Can you fill out a green sheet? If you can you teach somebody else how to fill a green sheet out? But I like it, do it this way. I like the way she does it. She does it this way. I like this style. And next thing you know, you're following styles instead of scripts. Don't follow somebody's style. Just John Smith. How you say it? It says first name, last name. Are y'all catching me? What is it? What's your height? What's your weight? You say it the way you want to say it. But the bottom line is you got to get the height and weight. Are y'all catching me? Can you fill in the boxes? That's more important than how you do it. Now, I see some people got their own flair, but they fill it in the boxes. See, I travel a lot on airplanes, and some stewardess, they got to get you on the plane. They got to do the little thing, fasten seatbelt, the exits are back this way, the closest exit might be and behind you, not in front of you. They say the things every time, and now some got their own little flair to it, but the script don't change. They saying the same thing. They got to tell you where the exits are. This right here, the bathroom right here. You can't go to the bathroom. Can't form a line in the front bathroom. You got to wait, right? They got the same script. Put the seatbelt on the buckle. You got to blow in a little tube in case it's going to light up. The signal's going to light up in your fleet, right? You got the raft underneath. They got their own little style, but it's the same thing. They got to hit the parts. So what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not trying to tell you to be robotic, but you got to be able to teach people how to hit the parts. And how they hit the parts, it don't matter. How they get John Smith's name is up to them. How they get to the green sheets up to them. We ask 5 questions. Do you have life? 5 words. Do you have life insurance? Hey, Billy Bob, do you got life insurance? Don't matter. Hey girl, how you doing? Man, you look so good. Let me ask you a silly question. Do you got life insurance? Kevin, bro, what? Man, you got that new ride. I see that new whip. What? You got the M6? That's that new thing. What's that thing? About $160,000? Oh my goodness, bro. Man, you got that? I know you. Do you got life insurance? What? You don't? How you get there don't matter. Are y'all catching me? You don't got to teach people how to get there. They don't care. They just got to do it 10 to win. Can they do it 10 times a day? If they're not saying that 10 times a day, they're not winning. Are y'all with me? You ain't got to teach them how to say it. They got to believe it. You got to teach the belief. They just got to say it 10 to win. 10 times a day, they will win. They're not winning because they're not saying it 10 times a day. You teach them a lot of stuff. So, number 4, market trends beat personality taste. Market trends will beat your personality taste. See, markets vote with money, not opinions. It's just what it is. I wrote this down. CRMs will outperform spreadsheets. Man, I got my stuff on a spreadsheet, but you need a CRM. It's going to outperform a spreadsheet. Next year, we're going to show y'all about the hugs media. Some of y'all can get it, some of y'all won't, but I'm telling you, it's going to outperform a spreadsheet. It just does. Are y'all catching me? If the market is moving and you're standing still because you like it better, not because you're principled. Some people are like, well, you know what? You're more expensive than you are principles. Eric, I'm standing on business. No, you're standing on broke. Man, he's standing on business. No, he's standing on broke. What do you mean? Business is moving. Are y'all catching me? We know social media is big. People like, I don't do social media, because I'm just because I don't like the way I look, don't like the way I talk. I can't. It's a form. You just fill it out. You go online and you just fill it out. Type it in and get a YouTube channel. Type it in and get a Facebook. Pick yours. I tell people pick the majors. You should have a Facebook, Instagram, what's that, TikToker, and a LinkedIn. I don't even know. Just have them. Are y'all catching me? Those are the 4 major ones. You want to get some other ones, go get them. But use 1 or 2. I use Facebook, and Facebook puts it on Instagram, or some people use Instagram, and Instagram's, man, just use 1 of them. Because there's billions of people on there. Millions of people, literally millions of people on these platforms. Mary, they don't let you have so many friends. Go find the groups. You can actually Google, how can I do it? You can use what's that, chat, Gemini. Are you using AI? That's why we teach inside the studio. We teach you how to use some of this technology. Are y'all with me? We're teaching the technology class. I don't know the next time we're going to do it. It's going to be sometime next year. You better get it. I'm trying to say, you cannot sit there and go, I don't know anymore. That's standing on broke, not standing on business. The trend is the trend. The trend is the trend. Don't wait till you get left behind. See, I couldn't use my iPhone 6. I loved my iPhone 6. It stopped working. See, I was a guy who always waited till I was forced to upgrade. And I started realizing, Eric, you're not standing on principle. You standing on broke. Standing on business. They got a new upgrade. You better get the upgrade. Why? You don't have to upgrade everything, but if you can afford it, why? Because that's the trend. That's where the world is going. You're missing out on some things that can help you grow your business. Nah, I'm good. I want to just be stuck and slow down. I don't need the better phone. Okay, you got the low budget camera and everybody else is in 5K and you're trying to make a YouTube video and you're trying to make yourself attractive. I don't really care about being attractive and you look blurry and everybody else look crispy. Right? I have never seen a blurry video get thousands of views. It's always the person with the sharp, crispy camera. I'm like, how much you can use your phone? What? Some of y'all still old school. Upgrade your camera on your Zoom. Why? So when you're talking to people, you want to look more clear. Are y'all with me? What he's saying? How many y'all use Zoom when y'all talking to folks? Anybody talk to people on Zoom? Okay, cool. You realize the camera on your computer or device, some of y'all use it, it's probably not that great. You can get like a little portable camera. You can go on, what's that thing? The play, Shop Like a Billionaire. You can go shop like a billionaire. Uncle Jock teaches that in inside the studio class, how to even just get your little studio stuff so it just looks a little bit better. I'm telling you, less than $100, you can have your stuff looking a little bit better than it looks now. Especially better than the one that comes on your computer. You should have a separate device, a separate camera. Why? I'm just telling you what the people who make the most money, who look sharp on Zooms. So when you go on a Zoom, even if you're not streaming it live, when you're talking to people, you look more crispy than foggy. Are y'all with me? Some of y'all look, they all came straight out of London. Foggy, the London fog. Y'all catch that later. Come on. I'm just giving y'all the facts. And why you don't change it, because you're like, well, you know, you're standing on business. You think you're standing on business, you're standing on broke. Ladies and gentlemen, this world is upgrading. Are y'all catching me? We can't stay behind. Number 5. Oh, I'm gonna get out here, y'all. Teams win with alignment, not individualism. Teams win with alignment. One band, one sound. See, the problem some of y'all get to is, y'all ready for some transparency? Y'all ready for some courageous conversations?
Let's go.
Let's just take Xperts. Now, some of y'all watching, y'all got your take whatever your company is that you want to plug in. At Xperts, at what position is they considered like the agency owner?
ED.
Executive director.
Executive director. So if the executive director has all the financial responsibilities, all the things as run the agency, who should you be plugged into and whose system should you follow?
The executive director.
Director. You know what most people tend to do? They start doing their own thing. My team, then my team, and my team, and my team, and my team, my team, my team, my team. I don't fight people when they go to their teams. I let you go do your thing. But then they don't realize that people can't plug in, so they can't even get promoted. Your team can't even get promoted because the only person who can promote you is the executive director.
Yep.
The promotion got to come. The executive has to make the promotion. Even when you're qualified, the ED has to be the one to actually check off the sign to promote it. So why would you disconnect your team from their promotion? Blows my mind. I don't know. People do it all the time.
Wow.
You want to do your thing, get the ED. That's what somebody told me, there. Get the ED. You want to do it your way, get the ED. Jim Rohn says it differently. He said, man, there's going to be, after fall comes winter. After winter comes spring. He said, it's just the way God designed it. He said, if you want to change the seasons, go get your own planet. He said, if you don't like the way it's set up, go get your own planet. I tell you, if you don't like the way the system is set up, go start your own IMO. I got to follow the process too. If I don't like the way it's set up, go start my own thing. I had to get the executive director too. Go start your own thing. And remember, y'all, I had to get the executive director without having, Relly was there, but we was all starting from square one. So when people say, Eric, I'm not sure. Man, listen, bro, you missed me with all that. I had to do it without all the extra coaching. Are y'all with me? So I'm telling you, some of y'all in 2026, you need to probably be more in line. I don't know who your ED is, but your body need to be more in line with the play instead of creating your own plays. Some of y'all catch that later. See, the plays I run, the green sheet was co-designed by me and Dr. Mary, but we ran it through the CEO of the company. We ran it through all the leadership. Are y'all with me? They said, Eric, oh my gosh, y'all got something special. Because they didn't have a play for us. So we had to create our own play. But now we got a play. I run the play. Give it to the team. It's up to you. You want to run the play. But what I'm telling you, you run the play till you get the ED. And then whatever your position, some of y'all looking, you got diamonds, double diamond, whatever that play position is. But when you start running individualism, you think you're running, because like, I want to be my own independent business. But what you're doing, you create a series of duplicate of individuals inside your team. Because then your team start thinking that, I got to run my team. Then they start thinking, I got to run my team. I'm not saying don't be your business owner. It's not saying it's not your business, but you run it inside of the system. See, I've owned a franchise before. So I know what it's like to have to follow the guidelines of a franchise. When I managed dealerships, the dealerships was a franchise. BMW, there was this thing called clinker tile. BMW told you what tiles you had to have in the BMW, and the owner's like, man, it's more expensive. But you want to keep this BMW franchise, you got to upgrade your model, your dealership, and this is the stuff you got to have. We don't want nothing but the best. You can't get no down to the tiling. Are y'all with me? This is what's required. McDonald's and some of the bigger franchises the same way. Now you might open up a Billy Bob's hot dog stand franchise, and he may don't care. But you get McDonald's, you notice they got the same stuff everywhere you go. Starbucks, you go in the Starbucks bathroom, it look the same in all the Starbucks bathrooms, because they're like, if you own this franchise, this is what, yeah, you're the owner, you're responsible, but you're gonna have to follow the franchise guidelines. See, some of y'all are coming in and don't want to follow the executive director's guidelines. You want to create your own guideline. And most EDs are like, cool, go do your thing. But you want to find out the people who typically have the most success is those who follow the guidelines. And then a lot of times when they become executive directors, they may tweak little things that they like, then they can add their input, whatever. But it's their franchise. But the ones who usually have the next success are the ones who stick to the guidelines, stick to what got them there. I can say that now because I've got now multiple people who've done it. I watched and witnessed in my time. Oh, you left the guidelines. Okay, cool. Do your thing. That's you. Free to run the way you want to run it. I just sit back and like, oh, okay. Pray it works out because that's my compensation too. But typically, it don't. Just giving y'all some free game. Y'all with me? This is some holiday bonus. Number 6, preferences creates bottleneck. Productivity creates cash flow. Preferences creates bottlenecks. Every time you add your personal preference, you add friction to the system. Why? Because now they come hear something different from somebody else. They're like, oh, who do I do? Who do I follow? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Which way do I go? See, think about this. Somebody said, Monique, I like the way you do it. I got to have your presentation. I got to do your presentation. Monique, which presentation did you use?
The one you sent me.
See, and I know some of y'all got some different presentations. I'm not telling y'all, please, I'm not talking to you about that. But what I'm saying is some people like, I want to see Monique's presentation. I'm talking to a person like, hey, I want to do it this way. Yes, watch her style. You learn from people, right? But guess what? She followed the system. Are y'all catching me? So what I'm trying to tell you is you don't have to be you learn some things. I listen to everybody's style, but I make sure I learn how to incorporate their style inside our system, our presentation. Are y'all catching me? That's how you duplicate it. So now Monique can hit the presentation. People like, I want to get that. And I got the recording. I'm going to get it to you because that thing you did it was fire. Man, I don't want to speak no more. I'm trying to tell you, it's not about me getting in front of the stage. I want to duplicate. Are y'all with me? So I need some of y'all learn the process because we're going to start duplicating because it's not going to just be one person because you got different ways. Different styles of the same thing is what makes it attractive. Are y'all catching me? But different styles of different things makes it confusing. See, sometimes people remix songs and add their little flair to it. I think Beyonce got a song that Dolly Parton, I think, wrote. It was a country song, and the people like, man, they thought it was a Beyonce song. No, she wasn't the first person to sing it. Anybody know something I'm talking about? Like, she took it up Dolly Parton.
Jolene.
What's that?
Jolene. That was a Dolly Parton song.
That was another song, but some songs think about.
I Will Always Love You. The slow song.
Maybe
that wasn't Beyonce.
Maybe think Whitney Houston. Was it Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston did.
It was Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. There she go. What song was that?
I'll Always Love You.
Who did Always Love You first?
Dolly
Parton.
See? Whitney remixed it, put a little R&B soul to it, right? And people like, man, that Whitney song. Beyonce just recently did a song too for somebody. What's that? She just did somebody's song as a guy. Oh my goodness, it's a step. It's like, oh man.
It was made for walking.
It's a remix. She did a remix. Some of her songs remix. Is it Luther?
Luther was famous for taking a remix.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's just one song. It was in my head. I'm just going to come to me. I don't know if we got any Beyonce fans out there. She did songs maybe about Luther, maybe about somebody. Oh my goodness. Ooh. Anyway, it's gonna come to me. But she remixed it. Are y'all with me? And it makes it feel like it's her song. Remixing the same song, you take a hit and you remix the hit. Put your flavor on it. Are y'all catching me? But when you teaching people, allowing them to do some remixes, that's cool. But you got to keep the thing, because most people think that their creativity, it usually creates bottleneck, because you get creative and now when they come and somebody else, it's hard to duplicate. Are y'all with me? I'm trying to give y'all some stuff. And I'm not trying to tell y'all to be robotic, because I one time I said, somebody said, Eric, you telling me to be robotic, gotta follow you. I'm telling follow the lead, executive director, do what you gotta do, bro. I'm telling you how to win. Like, I'm telling you how to win and cash checks. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care. It ain't about trying to make robots. It's trying to make check bots. Cash and checks. I'm trying to create ATM machines. Are y'all with me? I'm trying to turn y'all into ATM machine. How many of y'all want an ATM machine in every state just producing money revenue for you?
Oh, yeah.
We got to start thinking all 50 states. I got to have representations in all 50 states, not just bodies, but people who can produce in all 50 states. And how they can produce. If you can get a system that can produce one cell, then you can put it in another state and produce another cell. You just do it again and put it over here and produce another cell doing the exact same thing. Are y'all catching what I'm saying? Please hear me. It ain't how well you can maneuver, it's how well you can produce. The same thing again. Tony, you said it. Run the play again until they stop it. They can't stop the play. And if they stop the play, you just change the player, put another player in, put another person in, and keep doing it again and again and again and again. Tony Burke gave y'all the play. How can you get in different states? He's told you. I ain't going to say it out loud, Tony. They got to read it. Number 7. I got 2 more and I'm out of here, y'all. Leadership says, leadership is saying no to yourself first. Leadership is saying no to yourself first. You got to say no to yourself first. Real leaders ask these questions. What produces fastest? What produces fastest? How do I get speed? How do I get more people? Monique and Dr. Mark said, Eric, thank you for turning me into that. They did it. And they was like, man, we can go to Indeed. They got more people looking for jobs. Where do you go? Go find a place where people looking for jobs. How you go fast? Go where the people are looking. Fast. Don't go where they're not looking. Go where they're looking. Where do people look for jobs? Job posts, job fairs. Then you go where they're looking. Are y'all catching me? How do you go find licensed agents? I want to get licensed agents. Well, guess what? There's a listing of licensed agents on pretty much every state. Go call them. Go to that list. What produces fast? What duplicates the easiest? See, you got to make things so simple. That's what a lot of people miss. They're like, man, people always ask about our green sheet system. Their green sheet is the green. It's a green sheet system. Y'all, the outsiders don't even know. Unfortunately, some of my insiders don't even realize it's a whole selling system. I don't teach it to people. Flat out. This is something me and Dr. May, we're like, man, we selling $1 million. We could be millionaires with our system. 2026, we probably gonna start selling it. I'm just letting y'all know. I don't teach it to people. I don't care to teach people. Eric, you show me a system? No. You go ask McDonald's to tell you their system. You go ask Roy Rogers to tell you their system. You go ask, are y'all with me? Apple ain't gonna tell people their system, how they create a $1 trillion company. I respect my system. One time Tony Burke said, Eric, I think somebody's trying to hack your system. He's like, man, I ain't for that. Yeah, he said, man, they got to get the system. I was like, yeah, thank you, Tony. Listen, you need to get the system. I'm like, okay. That's just what it is. Are y'all with me? So you got to say no to yourself. You got to say no to what you feel, the way you feel, what's your belief. Man, me and Dr. McKin, we battle. I started to say her name, but me and Dr. May, we battle with that all the time. What do we got to say no to? Because we think this is what, Can't go on our feelings on this one, Doc. Let's look at the data. That's one thing I favor. Let's go to the data. Let's go track the data. We ain't got no data, then we got to go get some data before we make any changes. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the data. Are y'all with me? Because I can feel a certain way one day and feel a certain way the other day. And she can sway my feelings and I can sway her feelings. So now we influenced. Are y'all with me? My feelings and that even got influenced. Not by data and productivity. I'm way to the left. And she can take me more to the lefter. But the right path might be over here. So you got to say no to yourself. What produces the fastest? And here's another one. What supports the most people? What supports the most people? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give y'all the extra bonus and I'm going to get out of here. Sometimes you're going to have outliers. Top producers, you are outliers for the most part. See, Dr. Mark and Monique Pinckney, to have a husband who has a PhD in business, and to have a wife who has an MBA, a master's in business, just to have 2 college graduates is unique. But then to have 2 college graduates with advanced degrees in business, y'all are outliers. So because you're outliers, sometimes you can outcreate yourself and not what produces easiest, because it's easy for you, but it's not easy for everybody else. You gotta make it elementary-fied. What's the easiest path for my team? See, some of y'all are creative. Look at Tony Burke. See, Tony Burke, you're an outlier. Because you're an outlier, you may not see yourself an outlier, but man, you own property, you can fix things, you like things, you've been successful in your career, you're an outlier. And so the hard problem for outliers is, can I stay within the process? Because I can be so creative. Tawana, you're an outlier. What's the easiest path? Sometimes you don't have to look for the easiest path is to plug in and follow the system, y'all. Are y'all with me? Because that's what produces. Has the system produced? Yep. Can it produce? Yeah. Even our system produces executive directors. It's got me, got John, Judy, Jimmy. These are people from Square One. Even Relio, we got 5 Square One, no background experiences. Are y'all catching me? So a lot of people are just recruiting, bring them in, being executive directors, grandfather men, they've been around for a long time. That's one thing, but how many people have you produced from scratch? So I'm telling you, if it can just produce 1, it can produce 2. I remember Steve Harvey said, the best way to get to being a millionaire? He said, go out there and make $10. Then do it again. Then go make it $100. Then make that $100 10 times and then do it until it's 1,000. Then make that 1,000, then you make 1,000, then do that again 10 times. There's 100,000. Then do that 10 times and make it $1 million. But here's the problem. He said, a person make that $10, they don't figure out how to duplicate that $10 again. They figure out what can I do to make $1,000? Well, if you can make $10, just duplicate that $10 and figure out how do you make that $10 again and again. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what? The cool thing is, with our business in insurance, we can start sometimes with $1,000, $100. You want to work how to build a business, a 6-figure business on an override? If I get $100 per client from just an override, that means if I can get 10 people to do it, bam, that's 1,000. So what if I can get 10 people to do it 10 times a month? That's $10,000. So I'm getting $10,000 a month from the override. Guess what? Boom. Now, if I do that for 12 months, that's $120,000 a year. I created 6-figure in business just by showing 10 people how to make 1 sale. And then get another 10 people to make 1 sale. Are y'all with me? I can duplicate 10 to make 1. What if I can get 10 to make 2? Right? And then you duplicate that. Then if I can do that in 1 state, and I take it to the next state, take it to the next state, take it to the next city, take it to the next culture, it'll make a difference. All right. I can do it with the Amish. I can do it the Hindus, different. You can go to different religions. You can go to different faith. You can go to different sector. It doesn't make a difference. I can do it with 20-year-olds. I can do it with 30-year-olds. I can do it with 40. However you want. See, that's where the creativity comes in. How do you process and create more duplication? You got to get creative in that. Don't get creative in trying to rewrite the system. Get creative in how can you duplicate the system? How can you expand? How can you grow? That's where your brain should be thinking, how do I do this again and again and again and again and again? Not what should I be doing again and again and again? Last one, productivity first creates freedom later. See, in the beginning, in the early stages, ladies and gentlemen, you got to sacrifice your feelings in the beginning. Sacrifice your feelings and follow the process. What creates productivity? Stand on bank, not on broke. You stand on banking principles early. It may not be comfortable in the beginning, but I'm telling you, duplication creates comfortability. Are y'all with me? Duplication creates comfortability. The question is, what are you duplicating? Are you duplicating something that's always changing, that's confusing, or are you duplicating an easy process system? Ladies and gentlemen, if you learn this in 2026, stop trying to figure out, I can't do this, I'm not good at this, I don't know about this. Get with your executive director. I don't know who your executive director is. You need to know. Plug into your executive director and follow and say, what's our system, y'all? Say, I need to learn this system. I need to master this system. Most EDs got there because they know how to get there. Troy, back to you.
All right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for the masterclass of the day. Everybody's Coach Erik Robinson. Now, you heard what he just said. You got to be able to follow the system. And the system means you got to listen real good. You got one best takeaway from today's masterclass. We ain't even got time to go for 1 minute because y'all know it's 10 o'clock and y'all know y'all antsy and a whole bunch of folk ready to drop out and they already looking sideways and feeling sideways. So you got one nugget. You got it? Did you hear it? That's the system. One nugget. I know y'all got 10 and y'all usually squeeze them in 1 minute, but we got one nugget today. One nugget. All right, let's go. Mrs. 𝗱cie 𝗰𝗵 one nugget.
So this isn't a nugget, it's a question or a quote. I watched Coach and Dr. Ramunda at Donna's event, which was fabulous, and I talked about that yesterday. And I sat there and said, how can I do that? How can I do that? These are one of the reasons why I don't want to get up and do the presentations, because I don't feel I could pull off what y'all did.
Lisa, can I share something with you?
Yeah.
Think about it. Which presentation did I use?
Yours, the one you use all the time, and you shortened it.
I didn't go to, I just stayed on the first part of customers, right? Yeah. And I just talked through the slides. See, it wasn't about that. So what I did add a little bit of things I know, like the rule of 72, right? And I just asked questions. So I didn't change. I stayed on the presentation. I just added a little bit of my style. That's what I said. Everybody, but don't worry about my style. The presentation works. And see, so sometimes people don't realize what I did is sometimes detrimental to growth, because people start to say, oh, how can I do that? And when you stick to the script, people say, I can do that. And when you go off script, which is what I did a little bit, right? Because I was like, what are we doing? I don't know. It was like, you know what I mean? So when you go off script, people are like, okay, well, how can I do that? But when you look back what I did, the best thing was for me to walk away saying, that was simple. But what you end up walking away was saying, how can I do that? Which means I really didn't do a good job.
No, I have to disagree with you. You did do a good job, because those people that were there heard you. But from me watching you, and I have done a presentation, and we did try that, right? Remember when we did that? I just like, it was the way you carried it and the way Dr. Ramunda carried us. I want to be able to entertain and educate. That's
what, so I know where it comes from.
Great.
It comes from just doing it again. Remember, I said duplication creates comfortability, right? So I didn't do anything special. It was the script. I was just comfortable because I've done it enough. So when I've done the presentations enough, you've done it enough, I've done it again and again and again. So what you got to do sometimes is get out there and start, right? So I didn't do anything. I didn't come with a special presentation. It was a customer. I stopped and just focused on the customer, not the business. And because I realized it was more about customers, I took time more about the customer. Why we need life insurance, why somebody does, right? So what I'm saying to you is, I know way over, but that's the whole thing. Duplication. It's just stay the script. Don't try to figure out how to be fancy with it. Just do the script again and again and again. And what stops people? Because they don't do the script again and again. So I'm telling you, just follow the play. I didn't do nothing but follow the play. I'm just comfortable following the play, so I can close my eyes and do the same play with my eyes closed. Because I run the same play again and again and again and again. It wasn't nothing different. I just did it with my eyes closed. That's all.
Got to do exactly what you told me. Remember, my intro was getting longer and longer and longer and longer. He just say, "Oh, back it up." He said, "We like the first one, so we just do do it the way we've been doing, and just do it again and again and again and again." All right, that is the nugget. All right, and now we're going to go to Miss Giovanna Moore. Giovanna Moore.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to say today makes 32 days that I have been with you guys. I first came on board 11/21. I don't know if you guys remember my testimony when I came on. You were doing the 10 p.m. to 2 p.m. and I came on and stated my testimony and just how I was a homemaker of 7 years. I have 4 children. I'm a housewife. So I just want to say I want to know the system. I was taking notes. I want to know the system. I'd rather put the money in a business. I got that from Tawana. And I want to say that because not only am I studying right now to be get my exams, studying for my life and health and I'll have my exams January the 20th of 2026. But I'm also training to become a tax professional. So probably even by January 2nd, I mean, I could be, filing taxes and building my clientele. And the reason why I would like a business, like Coach Erik said, it would not be to leave my executive director, Brandon, but to start a business for myself, being a tax professional, just having a little small office. Any, advice.
Yep. Can I save you some time and make you a lot of money?
Go ahead, Coach.
Here we go. Go to Brandon. Brandon, what's the play? Every day, Brandon, what's the play? I hear you. I'm gonna get my tax business. I'm doing this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. There's a lot of eyes. What you need to say is make it we. Brandon, what's the play? Brandon, what's the play? Because you'll start thinking, if I do this and I do this and I'm gonna do this now, and it makes sense in your head. So people do what they think they naturally should do. Why do people drive on the right side of the road instead of the left side of the road? Because they think if they go on the other side of the road, I'm probably gonna have an accident. I don't want to have an accident. Your car can go on the other side of the road. You realize that, right?
Yes.
You can take, unless you got one of them lane assists, you can take it off and you can go on the other side of the road and you can crash right into a tree if you want to. Your car will do that at 100 miles per hour, I'm sure. But you don't want to crash into a tree. Why? So that's why you don't do that. So what I'm trying to tell you is, what you want to do, Giovanna, it makes sense to you to do it the way you're doing it because that's what your brain is saying. I'm going to tell you, don't follow your brain, follow your coach. Brandon, what's the play? Brandon, what's the play? Brandon, how to make money. And Brandon will show you the play. Don't forget about what you want and what you feel. Brandon, what's the play? Go back to your ED and wear him out. That's my advice.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. Thank you for bringing it into the zone. And now we get to pass it on to Dr. 𝗱cie O'Day.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy
Christmas to you.
holidays to you all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Erik. Every day, when we come in here, you really, give us those essentials. I know people, like you said, creativity, the outliers. But to me, learning, to your point, Tawana, simplicity is the greatest sophistication, they say. Okay. Keeping things simple, and how you can duplicate, it has to be simple and duplicatable. So just learning the slides, running the play, just simple. When you get used to the simple stuff, then you can become sophisticated. So it's not rocket science about, the presentation. You can even practice on your own, even on the mirror, or just, with family. Just present, and it's exterior. I know Eric said, he put in some slides there because some people come in, we push financial education. That's what we do as well. Just practice, you become perfect. You don't even have to do the whole slides. You can start with just every day, do a couple of slides, and you do that. And you will be uncomfortable, but from doing it, being uncomfortable, you become comfortable. So that's how I help my team members. And, some of them are on here, they can tell you. I said, go on, watch other videos, do your presentation, look at the talking points, make them relevant, and there's no fancy to it. Okay. The last point, Eric, you said, this is business. I know we get caught up in the people issues, people emotions, and everything. And I tell everybody, what are the checkers? What are the points of your team members? Some people want to rock boats for people who are not even plugging in, people who are not even coming to training. And then you want to pick up fights, you want to, tear up the whole place because of certain people who are not even plugging in, people who are gone, but you say one thing, they get emotional, but this is business. We have to separate emotion, like you said, productivity, things that helps us scale. And next year, 2026, we got to get our systems in place and ready to rock. And it will be phenomenal. And we're looking forward to an awesome 2026. Thank you so much, everybody. That's
Thank you.
Yes.
Great holiday blessings to you, Dr. 𝗍ecie, and everybody else and the rest of the crew. And we're going to come on now and pass the baton to none other than this wonderful woman, Miss Monique Pinckney, your NBA insurance and tax pro. Let's go.
Thank you. I'm glad I wasn't able to get my hand up, but I just wanted to share the one point that stood out the most to me, Coach, when you said leaders say no to their self first. And then you talked about how your feelings do have influence, and the influence can go both ways. You can influence yourself to do the system, and you can talk yourself out of doing the system. And that comes from the fear and, those type of things. But we have to say no to our feelings and do it. And one thing I'll say about doing presentations is imitate the system, not the person, and do it scared. Because every time I get ready to do a presentation, I'm scared and nervous, but I push myself to do it because I know that's just feelings. And the cool part about one of the things I loved about coming to this team is that Coach Erik and Dr. Mary has a system in place that I can easily follow. If you think about the presentations, all you got to do is read them. And the people that's listed don't know that you just read them. You can read them and you do that first. And then after a while, you get to know it. But a lot of times we don't realize how much we know it because we've heard it so many times. And then you can start adding in your stories and stuff like that. But if you just read the slides, I promise you people don't even notice it because they've seen it for the first time. So I say imitate the system, not the person, and do it scared until you're not scared anymore. Thank you.
Do it scared until you ain't scared. Run away from the scared. I hear you. Thank you. Bringing it into the zone and passing it on back to the team captain, Dr. Mark, the financial prophet. Let's go.
Thank you this morning, Coach. Just number 5, teams win with alignment not individualism. Thank you, Coach, for that this morning. That hit home. You know, it's a team, one band, one sound. Thank you, Coach.
Whoop, the team captain, one nugget, and he got it. That boy just slams it every time. And Dr. Mark, he the financial prophet for a reason, y'all. He working on that $2 million ring because he knows how to follow the system. I give it to him every time. All right, and now we go to the man, AB. What is that? What is that? DB Solutions.
Yeah,
ADB Solutions.
Yeah.
Come on with it, Tony Burke.
I was just now listening to Monique, and something hit me when she said, you know, about the being scared and fear and everything. Now, I was in the Marines, and I went to Paris Island for my basic training, and one thing sticks with me from then to today, and that was my drill instructor, Staff Sergeant Murphy. One maneuver we had to do was this pit. It was sand. It's called sand pit. And this pit was full of fleas. It was called sand fleas. And you had to go standing there at attention. It was like punishment. If you stand in there at attention, you cannot move. And these fleas are a little bit more vicious than any other kind of flea. I'm going to say that. Because when they bite you, you can actually see the blood start running out of your skin when they start biting you. I mean, you got to stand there. You can't move. And Staff Sergeant Murphy used to walk around you. And when he could see it's getting to you, you can't take no more. He would say, suppress that. But he would put another word at the end. He said, suppress that. You know, or if we're doing something, they used to make us hold our foot lockers straight out and just stand at attention with your foot lockers, say you can't move, and he said, suppress that. You know, any kind of pain, discomfort, you know, his word, suppress that. So we were trained and taught to suppress that pain, those feelings that right at the moment when you're ready to quit and give up, that teaching makes it just push it down, because, and then you start to see as you do it, that moment is not even worth quitting or giving up at that moment, because you end up completing the task or finishing the punishment or doing whatever. And then you look back, you was like, well, it won't that bad. Once I decided to suppress my feelings, suppress my fear, suppress the discomfort, anything going on that's going to stop me from reaching that goal, I had to suppress it. And I just wanted to share that with everybody.
Good stuff right there. Good stuff. Indeed, indeed. Yeah. Woo, man. Okay, well, we got it. I think everybody got the nuggets. Everybody knows what they need to do. So let me just ask the question. What's next?
Drill it till
you kill it.
Drill it till you kill it. Well, that's it for me. I'm Troy Gandy, your Index Voice of Inspiration, signing off from Good Morning Experts. Coach Erik, back to you.
Ooh, thank you, Troy. Ladies and gentlemen, have an amazing weekend. We won't be here again but we do got a Zoom at noon and one at 7 p.m. So experience your life. If you want to invite your guests, I'm going to be doing the Zoom at 12 and one at 7 p.m. And then we're off for the holidays. Go enjoy the holidays. We see y'all again on Monday. Stay tuned whether we do another presentations before the New Year. So I don't know yet. But today at 12 and today at 7 p.m. If anybody wants to volunteer for one, just send me a text message. Erik, I got it. I'm gonna do it. So I'm open to that. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this. If you're thinking that you can't do it, suppress that. Suppress that. That's my new thing, Tony Burke. You didn't train me, man. You didn't train me well. Staff Sergeant Murphy, thank you. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, suppress that. Giovanna, I'm gonna put my number in the chat. And so, yes, Giovanna, yes. We'll do that. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, DJ, take me away. Team, how y'all feel? What's up? And who gets a green sheet?
Everybody gets a green sheet.
𝗱ecie. Everybody get your 𝗱ecie.